Hi guys, so today I wanted to take a moment to show how to get soft waves using a straightener. And I'm going to explain as to what straightener I use, what size and why. So I use the Baby Bliss. I love, 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 love this straightener. I love because it's like double plated. So even when you twist the hair, it gets on all the plates get a little warm on either side, so it's easier to twist it, so you get an even heat on both sides. So I also get the size 2 because the bigger the size of the straightener plate, the softer the waves or the curls will be. It's the same thing with the curling iron. If you get a 1 inch, it's going to be a tighter curl. If you get a 1.5, it's going to be a little softer, but still a little curly. And then if you get like a 2.5, it tends to get a little softer curl. So I just wanted to kind of show what tool I use for my hair. And if you have long hair, I tend to use little this size because I feel like it's a little faster to do it than to do like tiny curls. But if it's your preference, you can always do that. So here we go. I'm gonna show you how I do this by myself, since I do have a lot of people that ask how can I do it on my own hair. So just an easy little thing. I like to section from the temple area, which is like, if you think of it, about it aligns up with your eye, and you feel like that little dip right here. So I do tend to like do it on both sides like this, and then just kind of like, I do have long hair, so it's a little easier to do it this way. So, and then I just clip this up, and then tuck this up here, and then in the back I part in the middle. I'm not sure if we can. I just part here in the middle to get both sides right evenly right here. Okay, so this is the fun part and tricky part at the same time. So I tend to brush it a little bit, that way it's easier to glide down. So right here, I'm gonna grab the straightener with this facing always forward, right? And then you put it in towards the hair like this, close it, turn it around until this section, this piece of hair, comes forward to where it's facing forward. That way it's easier to glide. So then we glide, as you can tell right here. And then I get my soft wave right there. And the reason why I do it, when you put the hair, I'm gonna show you with this one. So you put the hair as well, put it in again, and then I go back because I want the hair away from the face. That way it sits a little better. Twist it until you get the hair forward again, and then we just slide it down. And that's all we're gonna do. It just takes that time. Try not to rush it too much because you want it to evenly get the heat through the whole strand. And then you get that. Now, try not to mess with it as much because we do want it to cool off. Because if you start messing with it before it cools off, it'll get unevenly wavy and then it'll get frizzy. So give it a little bit of time. So by the time you finish your hair, you'll be able to come back and just kind of go through with your fingers just to kind of place it a little better. But that's all we're really gonna do through the whole head, which is gonna be, and then right here, we're gonna go ahead and section it again like this. And the only reason why I am taking bigger sections is because, like I said, I like them softer. But if you actually wanted them a little bit more curly, I would take smaller sections. So instead of starting here, I'll probably start like in between the, like right here by the jaw, like on top of the jaw right here. I will start like that, and then by the temple, and then a little half between here and here. I will do like halfway, and then up like that, just smaller sections. But we're doing softer waves today, so that's why we're doing bigger sections. So now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna split it in the middle and bring them forward. Now, if it's easier for you, you can put the curl that we already did, put it backwards. Just that way it's out of your way. So right here, I'm gonna show y'all. Here we go, the same thing. Grab our straightener, put the hair in between the straightener, right? And then we're gonna twist it until you get the hair in the front. And then we just slide. So the rest of the hair. So here we go. So we're gonna do this part again. We're gonna go ahead and grab the hair, put it in between the straightener, turn it around until you get the piece in the front, and then start sliding all the way to the end. And there goes that one. Now for the bang, I'm going to do the same thing. The only different thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down quicker because I do want it softer than the rest of the hair. So we're gonna clamp it in between, turn it around until I get that piece in front as well, and then go quickly just to have like a little softer. So I'm gonna do this one again because apparently I went a little too quick, and that leaves this part. So if this happens to you, it's fine. You can just go back and just be a little slower to pass through on this little part right here. So I'm gonna show you how easy it can be fixed. So turn it around and then start going fast, but not too fast. Like right here in this section where I missed it, and then go down. And see how easily, and trust me, when you break it down, it's gonna be a whole lot softer. So that's what I like to do. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm going to grab right here this piece of the bang that I have right here, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. So I'm gonna show you a little trick at the end. So do the same thing, clamp the hair in between, twist it all the way until you get that front piece, and then slide it all the way, a little slower, because remember, you don't want it too soft. You don't want it softer than the bangs, unless you do, but for this hair, and then we just leave it in the back and we go to the front. Now I want to do something because I know I've had people ask me this before. What if this side comes out a little more soft or less curly than this side? So I'm gonna show y'all what would happen. Like let's say that you did this side and it came out a lot softer. See the difference? This is a little softer than this. This is a little more coiled. So what I like to do, let's say I like this one better, but I want this one to kind of be the same, because this one is a little more curly. So what I would do with the straightener, just do like a quick pass. But, you see, it softened it up. Don't do it too tight. Don't clamp it. Just kind of like barely close it and slide down on the hair. That way you don't straighten it as well. So let's say, oh, okay, I do like it, but I want it a little softer. We're gonna do that again. We're gonna barely close it. I'm not clamping, I'm barely closing, and I'm gonna slide down again just to kind of soften it. See, it's softening a little more. There's that difference. This is a little softer now, and this is a little still more, because I want this to be more of a natural wave. So now to even it out, I'm gonna do the same thing. Barely close it, slide it down, holding here. That way it's an easier I'm like, oh my God, but I messed up. Did it softer. No worries. Barely go back halfway. Don't close it all the way, and it'll get there. It's an easy fix. No, it's not too hard. So there you go. I will normally put hairspray, or sometimes if I really don't want anything too sticky, I don't mind it falling more during the day, then I'll just leave it like this. Probably put a little bit of serum, just to kind of help with the frizz, or just to help with the humidity outside, or anything, just anything that would help a little bit. But today I don't mind it during the day to keep falling and getting looser and looser. So I'm not really gonna do anything. And also because I try not to use too much serum, because since I do tend to have an oily scalp, please, if you do put serum and you have an oily scalp, do it from mid to ends, because if not, your hair, your scalp will get oily, and then you will have to like it will look very oily and greasy. It's not a pretty look. So just keep that in mind. If you have oily scalp, mids to ends, do the serum, or wherever you see that you have a lot of the frizz, because sometimes it's not really in the mid, sometimes it's just like more in the ends that you need a little more serum, so you can put it there. But other than that, don't touch the scalp with any oily like substances or anything like that. So now I like to grab, let me get my comb. Okay, so I do like using these white combs, because for some reason when I do it with my fingers, it just doesn't look as pretty when I use the comb. So we're gonna go ahead and start breaking it out, and you can already see that it creates that little bounce. I try not to do it as much, because like I said, I do want to still preserve those waves, but I do want to still break it up a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing with this side. And then there it is. You have that finished look. Look at how soft those waves are. They're beautiful. This is how I love to wear my hair pretty much all day, every day. So there it goes. And if there's parts of you that you still want it to kind of break out more, you can. Just grab that comb and break it out. There you go. That's perfect right there. So, and another tip, try to wait until the curls or the waves are a little cool, because if not, it will get frizzy and it won't be as, you'll break the curl. So just be a little patient, let it cool off a little bit, and then that's it. Hopefully y'all like this video, guys, and if y'all want to keep watching any more content, please comment below as to what other contents y'all would like to watch, maybe an updo or anything else like that. So thank you again, guys. Bye.